is a great personality in our country, a unique leader, quintessential leader, the person of General Muhammadu Buhari. I had the privilege of working with him at a very close range, especially before, during, and after the 2011 presidential election.
I decided to support him so that we can pull Nigeria back.
A number of lying propaganda is out there surrounding the person of this unique man. Some will see him as an Islamic fundamentalist, an extremist, and one who hates other religions apart from his. As someone so hard in both his exterior and interior that he hardly can laugh or even crack a joke. I want to tell you, with all the fear of God on the inside of me, that I found none of this to be true. I wish the person of General Buhari would be better understood by Nigerians. So we were in Kaduna before the election, before I even accepted at all to find his reasons. His reason blew our mind. He was looking for a person of absolute integrity that he could work with, that would not put his hand in the till. He was looking for someone who totally believes in one Nigeria, not one side of the country. He was looking for a younger man who he could think, hey, if this man has to step in, then my back is covered. The events that unfolded thereafter persuaded me beyond any out of doubt that some people fabricated all these lies because they fear that if he could win an election, they will have to flee the country. In 2003, General Buhari chose for a running mate a very, very devout Catholic. In 2007, he chose another strong Catholic. And in 2011, he decided to run with a pastor. And a pastor who is equally passionate about his faith in God, and that happened to be my person. I began to look for glimpses and things that could show that this man is a fundamentalist. I'll tell you what I found out. After a visit in Kaduna before I accepted, he asked his personal driver to drive me to the home of Malam Nasir Erufai in Kaduna, and the driver asked me to pray for him. And I told him straight away I couldn't pray the Islamic prayer. I used to be a Muslim, now I'm a pastor. Do you want me to pray for you in the name of Jesus? And he said to me, sir, I'm a Christian, and I've been driving General Buhari for 10 years. And one day, after I'd accepted to be his running mate, we were both at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel. As soon as I got to the door of his suite, the door was open for me, and the two private guards that were there said to me, Daddy, you're welcome. And I looked back at them and said, that sounds like a Christian, because as Christians are called their pastor's daddy. I said, why do you call me daddy? He said, because you are pastor's father in the Lord. I was totally shocked that this man surrounded himself with Christians, and yet they call him an Islamic fundamentalist. In his career within the army, he would not allow Christians to come to do any official duty on Sundays. I became a little persuaded at this stage. I was looking for, okay, if this man is a fundamentalist, I do not want to join forces with someone who is full of bigotry in terms of religion. We finished the flag off in Kaduna, multitudes gathered, a number of people, the kind of crowd I'd never seen in my life, gathered to honor this man who put together a party within 3 months. And we were so stressed that day, we got into his living room, he was about to go and change, and he staggered, and he said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I said, what? General, I thought it was a swear word. And General looked at me and laughed and said, Pastor, you don't have monopoly of Jesus Christ. That's my experience, and I call God to witness it because it happened so. His first meeting with the leaders of the party at the Board of Trustees, he said, today I'm stepping down as the chairman of the campaign organization. Pastor Bakare will be the chairman from today, and he will be a signatory to the account because I want him to see everything that is going on. Amen. He had just met a few months, but he had heard so much about me and he had studied. He could entrust so much into my hand. Patriot, a genuine statesman who should be in retirement enjoying his children and grandchildren, but whose passion for Nigeria will not let him rest. He doesn't laugh, he doesn't joke. You do not want to hang around General for too long. His sense of humor will kill you. He has such a sense of humor. I visited him one day in London while he was recuperating and resting after all the rigors of the campaign. And he said to me, Pastor Bakare, we have 3 things in common. And I said, 3 things? He said, yes. So what are the 3 things? He said, number 1, you are the last child of your father, so am I. I didn't know. I heard it from his lips the first time. He said, number 2, of all your father's many children, there are only 2 left. We are only 2 left. Then he said, but I beat you in the 3rd one. Your father had 22 children. My father had 23 children. And we laughed. And I said, General, there's one I beat you also. He said, what's it? I said, I was a Muslim, you're a Muslim, I'm not a Christian, you're still a Muslim. And he laughed so heartily, as if you would have thought that fire would come out of his eyes. Not General Buhari. May those who believe in lies desist in it, so that together men of goodwill can put hands together to build a nation that we all can be proud of. I pray that we'll have the opportunity to contribute this quota in this season, so that Nigeria of our dream can come into manifestation in our lifetime.